Deep within each of us there's a voice. It's a voice that often goes unnoticed in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives. Yet it's always there, waiting patiently for us to pay attention. This voice isn't loud or demanding, it's subtle, like a gentle breeze that brushes against your skin, reminding you of its presence. It's not the voice of logic or reason. It's not the voice that tells you to follow the rules or to do what's expected. Instead, it's the voice that speaks from a deeper place, a place of intuition and inner knowing. It's the voice that guides you towards your true path, even when it doesn't make sense to your rational mind. It's the voice of our hearts, whispering our truths, our desires, our callings. This voice knows what we truly want, even when we are afraid to admit it to ourselves. It knows our deepest dreams and our most profound fears. It speaks to us in moments of stillness, in the quiet spaces between our thoughts. We can try to silence it, ignore it, or drown it out. We can fill our lives with noise and distractions, hoping to escape its persistent call, but no matter how hard we try, the voice remains. It may grow faint, but it never disappears. It waits for us to be ready, to be willing to listen. But the heart's whisper persists. It continues to speak, gently urging us to pay attention. It reminds us of what truly matters, of what we cannot ignore. It calls us to live authentically, to be true to ourselves, and to follow our passions. It is a constant companion, guiding us towards a life of fulfillment and joy. It's a force we cannot escape. It's a force that drives us to seek meaning and purpose in our lives. It pushes us to take risks, to step out of our comfort zones, and to embrace the unknown. It is the force that propels us forward, even when we are afraid. It is the force that gives us the courage to pursue our dreams. This is the journey of listening to that voice. It's a journey of self-discovery, of learning to trust ourselves and our inner guidance. It's a journey that requires patience, persistence, and faith. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it. It is a journey that leads us to our true selves, to a life that is rich and meaningful. It's a journey of courage, vulnerability, and authenticity. It takes courage to listen to our hearts, to be vulnerable and open to our deepest desires. It takes authenticity to live in alignment with our true selves, to be who we really are, without fear or pretense. It is a journey that transforms us, that brings us closer to our true essence. It's about living a life aligned with our deepest selves, a life full of purpose and meaning. It's about making choices that reflect our true values and beliefs. It's about being true to ourselves, even when it is difficult. It is about finding joy in the simple things, in the moments of connection and love. It is about living fully and passionately. It's time to stop running. It's time to listen. It's time to embrace the voice within, to honor it, and to let it guide us. It is time to live the life we were meant to live, a life that is true to who we are. It is time to listen to the unignorable whisper of our hearts. For years I ignored the whispers of my own heart. I was so caught up in the noise of the world around me, the expectations, the pressures, and the endless to-do lists. It felt like I was on a treadmill, running but never really getting anywhere. I was moving, but I wasn't progressing in a way that felt meaningful to me. I chose paths based on societal expectations, on what I thought would make others happy, or what I believed would bring me success. I followed the crowd, thinking that if I did what everyone else was doing, I would find happiness. But deep down, I knew something was off. I was living a life that wasn't truly mine. I made decisions based on what I thought I should do, rather than what I wanted to do. I was constantly seeking approval, trying to fit into a mold that wasn't made for me. I was like a square peg trying to fit into a round hole. It was exhausting, and it left me feeling empty. I chased achievements and accolades, seeking validation from the outside world. I thought that if I could just achieve more, if I could just be more successful, then I would finally feel fulfilled. But no matter how much I achieved, it was never enough. The more I accomplished, the more I felt like I was losing myself. But something was always missing. There was a void inside me that no amount of success could fill. I felt like I was living someone else's life, like I was playing a role that wasn't meant for me. I knew I needed to make a change, but I didn't know where to start. A deep sense of fulfillment, a feeling of truly living my truth. That's what I was searching for. I wanted to feel alive, to feel like I was living a life that was true to who I am. I wanted to wake up each day with a sense of purpose and joy. And so I began to listen to the quiet yearnings in my heart. It wasn't until I started paying attention to the quiet yearnings in my heart that things began to shift. I started to tune out the noise of the world and tune into my own inner voice. I began to ask myself what I truly wanted, what made me happy, and what brought me joy. It was a slow process, but it was worth it. It was a gradual awakening, a slow turning towards my own inner compass. I started to make choices that were aligned with my true self, rather than what I thought I should do. I began to trust myself, to believe that I knew what was best for me. And as I did, I began to feel a sense of peace and fulfillment that I had never felt before. And as I started listening, my life began to transform. I found joy in the simple things, in the moments of quiet and stillness. I discovered a sense of purpose that was rooted in who I am, rather than what I do. My journey is ongoing, but I am finally on a path that feels true to me. And for that, I am grateful. When we ignore our hearts, we pay a price. We might achieve success, but it feels hollow. We might accumulate possessions, but they don't bring lasting joy. This dissonance, this misalignment between our actions and our hearts, breeds unhappiness. It manifests as a nagging feeling of emptiness, a sense of being unfulfilled. We might find ourselves asking, is this all there is? The truth is, we can't outrun our hearts. Eventually they will make themselves heard, often through discontent and unease. Listening to your heart isn't about some grand mystical revelation, it's about creating space for stillness, for reflection. Start by carving out quiet time in your day. Turn off the distractions, silence the noise, and simply be present with yourself. Pay attention to your emotions. What brings you joy? What makes you feel alive? What are you most afraid of? Your emotions, even the uncomfortable ones, hold valuable clues to what your heart is trying to tell you. Section 5. The Rhythm of Authenticity. Embracing Vulnerability. As you begin to listen, you'll uncover parts of yourself that you might have buried deep. Dreams you'd abandoned. Passions you'd forgotten. Embracing these truths requires vulnerability. It means showing up as your authentic self, even when it feels scary. Vulnerability is not weakness. It's the birthplace of courage, creativity, and connection. Allow yourself to be seen, flaws and all. Share your truth with trusted loved ones. In the space of authenticity, your heart will find its voice. Section 6. Courage as the conductor. Stepping outside comfort zones. Listening to your heart will inevitably lead you outside your comfort zone. It might mean having difficult conversations, pursuing new paths, or letting go of what no longer serves you. This is where courage comes in. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's feeling the fear and doing it anyway. It's taking that first step even if you can't see the whole staircase. Trust that your heart will guide you, one courageous step at a time. Section 7. Finding your tempo, patience in the process. Listening to your heart is not a race, it's a journey of self-discovery that unfolds at its own pace. Be patient with yourself. There will be moments of clarity and moments of confusion. There will be times when you feel lost, unsure of which way to turn. That's okay. It's all part of the process. Trust the timing of your journey. Embrace the detours and the unexpected turns. The heart, like a seasoned traveler, knows the way. Section 8. The Harmonious Life, Living in Sync with Your Heart. In this chapter, we explore the profound impact of living in alignment with your heart, and how it can transform every aspect of your life. When you live in alignment with your heart, life takes on a new rhythm. It's as if the universe itself begins to dance with you, guiding you through each moment with grace and ease. You start to notice the beauty in the small things, the way the sunlight filters through the trees, the sound of the waves crashing on the shore, and the laughter of friends sharing a moment of joy. Work becomes more than just a job. It becomes an expression of your passions. You find yourself immersed in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's painting a masterpiece, cooking a delicious meal, or playing music that touches the soul. Your work becomes a reflection of your innermost desires and talents. This alignment brings a sense of purpose and satisfaction that goes beyond mere financial gain. Relationships deepen, becoming sources of love, support, and authentic connection. When you live in sync with your heart, you attract people who resonate with your true self. These relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine care. You find joy in the simple act of being together, sharing laughter, and creating memories that last a lifetime. The bonds you form are unbreakable, providing a solid foundation of love and support. You approach challenges with a renewed sense of purpose, knowing that you're living in accordance with your truth. Obstacles become opportunities for growth, and setbacks are seen as lessons to be learned. With a heart full of courage and determination, you face each challenge head-on, confident in your ability to overcome. This sense of purpose fuels your perseverance and resilience, allowing you to achieve your goals and dreams. This doesn't mean life will be perfect or pain-free. There will still be moments of struggle and heartache. However, living in sync with your heart provides you with the strength to navigate these difficult times. You learn to embrace the full spectrum of human emotions, understanding that each experience, whether joyful or painful, contributes to your growth and evolution. You become more resilient, finding peace in the midst of chaos. But it does mean that you'll face it all with a heart full of courage, resilience, and a deep sense of peace. You become a beacon of light for others, inspiring them to live authentically and courageously. Your journey becomes a testament to the power of living in alignment with your heart, showing that true happiness and fulfillment come from within. Embrace this harmonious way of living, and watch as your life transforms in beautiful and unexpected ways. Section 9. Conclusion. Let your heart take the lead. The journey of listening to your heart is a lifelong adventure. It's a commitment to living with intention, authenticity, and courage. It's about trusting the wisdom within and embracing the messy, beautiful unfolding of your own unique path. So, take a deep breath. Quiet the noise around you, and listen. Listen to the whispers of your heart. They hold the map to your most fulfilling life. Let your heart take the lead.